According to the Federal Reserve, 42% of mortgage refinance applications are being rejected. So a lot of people are tapping into their equity so that they can cover bills, or they're trying to refinance into a lower rate because in 2023 they secured an 8 plus interest rate, and today they're trying to secure the 6.5 just to lower their payments so they can afford their house. The biggest culprit in this refinance boom is because in 2022 and 2023, there was something called a 2-for-1 buy down, which still exists today, where new builders or banks were offering 2% less on the interest rate, and you can buy it down for a certain amount of points, which was astronomical. And you can, so if the rate was 7.5, you can secure a 5.5% interest rate for 2 years. And after the end of that 2 year cycle, your rate would just jump right back into that 7.5, 8% interest rate. So now, if you took that deal today, your interest rate would be back to that 7.5, 8%, while market rates are at 6.5 today, 6.7. And articles published by the New York Times and many other outlets that showed the benefits of this 2-for-1 buy down and push this for buyers to continue purchasing. So the sentiment was that your rates are going to drop. And then so by the time you're done with this 2-for-1 buy down period, you'll be able to refi into a cheaper rate than what you have for that program of 2-for-1. So if you had a 6.5 or 5.5 with that program, rates will be at 4% or 4.5, and you can just refi into those lower rates in the future. And as we know, that didn't happen. Rates are still above 6.5% today. So a lot of these homeowners that are trying to refinance their loans, they're just not qualifying because they've probably accumulated too much debt. The house is not being appraised at that value, or they've switched jobs, they've lost jobs. So their refi applications are being denied across the board. And when my client sat with me in 22 and 23 and they discussed these options with me, I straight out said, no, it doesn't make any sense. Because, first of all, the points that the bank was charging for this program was insane. So if we were selling $1 million property and the bank wanted 4 points on it just for this program, 4 points, another way of saying 4%, that's $40,000 just to get your interest rate 2% cheaper for a temporary period of time, not a fixed 30-year. That doesn't make any mathematical sense. So we worked with those clients and we found other solutions with lenders and our trusted partners in the lending business to make sure that our clients were set up properly and they didn't have to face and be part of this stat of 42% of homeowners trying to refinance and getting denied today. Comment below. Let me know if you're in this position and what you're feeling and how your lenders are treating you.